Eat bananas. This way to support healthy blood pressure. What if one of the simplest foods in your kitchen could become part of a heart-friendly routine? And what if the way you eat it matters more than you think? I'm talking about the humble banana. For many people over 60, bananas are simply a quick breakfast or an easy snack, but bananas contain nutrients, including potassium, that play an important role in maintaining normal blood pressure. The key is understanding how to include them in your diet without turning a naturally healthy food into an unhealthy dessert. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to eat bananas in a smarter way to support healthy blood pressure, what to combine them with, what mistakes to avoid, and how to fit bananas into an overall heart-healthy lifestyle. And stay with me until the end because I'll share a simple banana snack combination that may be especially useful for older adults who want something filling, nutritious, and easy to prepare. Introduction. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're over 60, 65, or even 70, you may already know that blood pressure becomes something worth paying closer attention to as you get older. You may check your blood pressure at home, you may have a monitor sitting on your kitchen table. Perhaps your doctor has told you to reduce sodium, become more active, or pay closer attention to your diet. And maybe you've heard that certain foods can support healthy blood pressure. But here's something important. There is no single magic food that can control your blood pressure by itself. Not bananas, not blueberries, not oatmeal, not garlic, and not any other individual food. Your blood pressure is influenced by many things: your genetics, age, physical activity, body weight, stress, sleep, medications, kidney health, and your overall eating pattern. However, individual foods can still play a useful role. Think about it this way. Your health is built from small choices repeated over time. One healthy breakfast doesn't transform your cardiovascular health overnight. But a healthy breakfast repeated several mornings each week can become part of a much healthier lifestyle. And that's where bananas can fit in. Bananas are convenient, they're inexpensive, they're naturally sweet, they're easy to chew, and for many older adults, they're easier to eat than harder fruits. But the real question is this: how should you eat a banana if your goal is to support healthy blood pressure? Should you eat it alone? Should you eat it first thing in the morning? Should you combine it with yogurt? Should you add nuts? What about peanut butter? And is there a way to accidentally turn a healthy banana snack into something loaded with added sugar and calories? These are the questions we're going to answer today. Before we begin, I want to give you an important reminder. This video is for general educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, diabetes, or you're taking medications that affect potassium levels, talk with your doctor or pharmacist before making major changes to your diet. That's especially important because potassium is beneficial for many people, but it isn't appropriate to assume that everyone should increase potassium intake. So let's begin with the basics. Part 1. Why bananas may support healthy blood pressure. Let's start with the nutrient most people associate with bananas: potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that your body needs for many important functions. It helps your muscles work, it helps your nerves communicate, it plays a role in fluid balance, and it is involved in normal heart function. Your body needs the right balance of sodium and potassium. The typical modern diet often contains a lot of sodium, particularly from processed foods, packaged meals, restaurant foods, sauces, and salty snacks. At the same time, many people don't consume enough potassium-rich foods. This is one reason why health professionals often encourage people to eat more fruits and vegetables. Bananas can be one convenient way to include potassium in your diet. But let's be very clear, eating a banana does not mean your blood pressure will immediately drop. That's not how nutrition works. Instead, bananas can be one small part of an overall eating pattern that emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and other nutrient-rich foods. And this brings us to the first important lesson. Don't think about bananas as medicine. Think about them as part of a healthy routine. That difference matters. If your doctor has prescribed blood pressure medication, don't stop taking it because you started eating bananas. If your blood pressure is high, don't assume that eating a banana will fix the problem. And if you're monitoring your blood pressure at home, continue doing so according to your healthcare professional's recommendations. The banana is not replacing your medical treatment. It's simply one nutritious food that can fit into your lifestyle. Part 2. The first smart way to eat a banana. Now let's talk about the first strategy. If you're eating a banana as a snack, consider pairing it with a source of protein or healthy fat. For example, a banana with a small handful of unsalted almonds, a banana with plain Greek yogurt, a banana with natural peanut butter, or sliced banana over plain oatmeal with a few walnuts. Why can this be useful? Because a banana by itself provides carbohydrates and natural sugars. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Fruit contains natural sugar, along with fiber and other nutrients. But when you combine the banana with protein, fiber, or healthy fats, you may create a more balanced and satisfying snack. This can help you feel full for longer. For older adults, this can be particularly helpful. As we age, maintaining muscle becomes increasingly important. Protein plays an important role in maintaining muscle tissue. So instead of thinking, I'm eating a banana for blood pressure, you can think, I'm building a balanced snack that includes fruit, protein, and healthy fats. That is a much better approach. For example, imagine you're hungry around 3 in the afternoon. You could grab a banana and eat it quickly, or you could slice the banana into a bowl of plain yogurt and add a small spoonful of chopped walnuts. Now you have a snack that provides fruit, protein, and healthy fats. And you may find that you're less tempted to reach for cookies, chips, or other highly processed snacks later. This is an important point. Sometimes the health benefit of a food isn't just what the food contains. It's also what the food replaces. If eating a banana helps you choose a nutritious snack instead of a highly processed, salty snack, that may be a positive change in your overall diet. Part 3. The banana and oatmeal combination. Now let's talk about one of my favorite simple combinations, banana and oatmeal. This is especially useful as a breakfast option. Start with a bowl of plain oatmeal. Add sliced banana. Then consider adding a small amount of chopped walnuts, almonds, or chia seeds. You can add cinnamon for flavor. The result is simple, warm, filling, and easy to prepare. And here's something important. You don't need to add lots of sugar. The banana already provides natural sweetness. Many people make oatmeal less healthy by adding several spoonfuls of brown sugar, flavored syrup, sweetened creamers, or sugary toppings. Instead, let the banana provide some of the sweetness. This simple change can help you reduce added sugar. You can also add berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever you enjoy. Now you have a breakfast that combines whole grains, fruit, and potentially nuts or seeds. This is much closer to the kind of overall eating pattern associated with heart health. And there's another benefit. Oatmeal can provide soluble fiber. Fiber is important for digestive health and can also be part of a heart-healthy diet. So the banana isn't working alone, it's part of a team. And that's the approach I want you to remember throughout this video. Don't search for one miracle food. Build a miracle routine from ordinary healthy foods. Part 4. The banana and yogurt combination. Let's move on to another simple option, banana with plain yogurt. This can make an excellent breakfast or snack. Take half or one banana, slice it, add plain Greek yogurt, then sprinkle on a few walnuts or almonds. You can also add berries. If you need extra sweetness, you might use a small amount of fruit rather than adding several teaspoons of sugar. The reason I like this combination is that it is simple. You don't need a complicated recipe, you don't need expensive ingredients, and you don't need to spend an hour in the kitchen. For many older adults, the best healthy routine is the one that's easy enough to repeat. You might have a busy morning. You may not feel like cooking. Maybe your appetite isn't as strong as it used to be. A simple bowl of yogurt, banana, and nuts can be quick and satisfying. However, there's something you should watch. Not all flavored yogurts are the same. Some can contain a surprising amount of added sugar. So check the nutrition label. If you enjoy flavored yogurt, that's okay occasionally. But if you're eating yogurt regularly, consider choosing plain yogurt and adding your own fruit. This gives you more control over what you're eating. And remember, if you have diabetes or you're monitoring your carbohydrate intake, portion size matters. A banana can still fit into many healthy eating patterns, but your individual needs are different. That's why your healthcare professional's advice should always come first. Part 5. What about bananas and peanut butter? Now let's talk about another popular combination, banana and peanut butter. This can be delicious, but there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. The simple version is 1 banana, 1 small serving of peanut butter, that's it. The problem comes when the portion gets much larger. 2 bananas, 3 big spoonfuls of peanut butter, then honey, then chocolate chips. And suddenly, what started as a simple snack has become a very calorie-dense dessert. So keep it simple. Slice half a banana. Add a small amount of natural peanut butter. Look for peanut butter with minimal added ingredients. Ideally, the ingredient list is simple: peanuts, maybe a little salt, that's all. And remember something else. If your goal is supporting healthy blood pressure, watch your sodium intake. Some peanut butters contain added salt. If possible, compare labels and consider choosing a lower sodium option. The same principle applies to nuts. Nuts can be a nutritious choice, but choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties when possible. This is a small change that can make your overall diet more heart-friendly. Part 6. The mistake of adding too much sodium. Now here's something I want you to think about. When people hear the word banana, they often think only about potassium. But blood pressure isn't about potassium alone, sodium matters too, and this is where the overall diet becomes important. Imagine someone eats a banana in the morning. Then for lunch they eat processed meat and a salty packaged soup. For dinner they eat frozen pizza. Then they snack on chips in the evening. The banana doesn't cancel out all that sodium. That's why we should focus on the entire pattern. If you're trying to support healthy blood pressure, look at your whole day. Ask yourself, how much processed food am I eating? How often am I eating restaurant meals? How much salt do I add to my food? How many fruits and vegetables am I eating? Am I drinking enough water? Am I getting enough physical activity? These questions matter much more than whether you ate one banana. A banana can be a good choice, but it's one piece of the puzzle. Part 7. Should you eat a banana in the morning? Now let's address a common question. Is there a special time of day when I should eat a banana? The answer is that there is no universally proven magic hour for eating bananas to control blood pressure. You don't need to eat one at exactly 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't need to eat it before bed. And you don't need to avoid it after a certain time. What matters more is how the banana fits into your overall eating pattern. For some people, breakfast is the best time. For others, it's a mid-morning snack. Someone else may enjoy a banana after walking. The best time is the time that works for your routine. However, there is one practical consideration. If eating a banana alone leaves you hungry soon afterward, pair it with protein or healthy fat. That might mean yogurt, nuts, seeds, or a small amount of natural nut butter. This may make your snack more satisfying, and if you exercise, a banana can also be a convenient source of carbohydrates before or after activity. Again, the exact timing depends on your individual needs. Part 8. The importance of portion size. Now let's talk about portion size. A banana is a healthy fruit, but healthy doesn't mean unlimited. This is true of every food. Even nutritious foods contribute calories and carbohydrates. If you're trying to manage your weight or blood sugar, portion size becomes particularly important. For many people, one banana is a reasonable serving. But you might choose half a banana if you're combining it with oatmeal, yogurt, nuts, and other fruit. Remember, more isn't always better. A balanced plate or snack usually works better than piling several healthy foods into one enormous portion. This is particularly important for older adults who may be less physically active than they were in their 30s or 40s. Your nutritional needs change over time, your activity level changes, your metabolism changes, your medical conditions may change, so it's always worth thinking about the bigger picture. Part 9. A warning for people with kidney disease. Now I want to discuss something very important. Because this video talks about potassium, we need to mention kidney health. If you have chronic kidney disease, you may need to monitor your potassium intake. The kidneys help regulate potassium levels in the body. When kidney function is reduced, potassium can sometimes build up in the blood. That can be dangerous, so if you've been told by your doctor that you have kidney disease or high potassium levels, don't automatically increase your banana intake because you heard potassium is good for blood pressure. This is one of those situations where personalized medical advice matters. The same goes for certain medications. Some medications can affect potassium levels. So if you take medications for blood pressure, heart conditions, or other chronic conditions, it's wise to ask your doctor or pharmacist whether you need to monitor potassium. This doesn't mean you need to be afraid of bananas. It simply means that nutrition should be personalized. What is beneficial for one person may not be appropriate for another. And that's why I always encourage you to look at your own health situation. Part 10. The Smart Banana Breakfast. Now let's put everything together. Here's a simple breakfast idea. Start with 1/2 to 1 banana, a bowl of plain oatmeal, a small handful of unsalted walnuts, a few berries, and cinnamon for flavor. If you want additional protein, you might add plain Greek yogurt on the side. This breakfast is simple. It contains fruit, it contains whole grains, it contains healthy fats, it can provide fiber, and it avoids relying heavily on added sugar. You don't need to make this exact breakfast every day. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is consistency. Maybe you eat this twice a week. On another day you have eggs and vegetables. On another morning you have plain yogurt with berries. On another, whole grain toast with avocado. Variety is important. Your body needs many different nutrients, so don't become so focused on bananas that you forget about other healthy foods. Part 11. Can bananas help with blood pressure directly? Let's answer this carefully. Bananas contain potassium, and potassium is involved in blood pressure regulation. Eating potassium-rich foods can be part of a healthy dietary pattern. But we should not promise that eating bananas will lower your blood pressure in a specific amount. Everyone is different. Your response depends on your overall diet, your health, your genetics, your sodium intake, your medications, and other factors. If your blood pressure is elevated, the right approach is to monitor it and work with your healthcare professional. Don't replace prescribed medication with food. Don't stop taking medication because your blood pressure improves, and don't increase potassium supplements without medical guidance. Food and medicine have different roles. A healthy diet supports your health. Medication may be necessary to manage a medical condition. Sometimes you need both. Part 12. The bigger blood pressure picture. Now let's step back. If you're over 60 or 70 and you're concerned about blood pressure, there are several habits that may be more important than any single food. Let's talk about them. Number 1, stay physically active. You don't need to become a marathon runner. Walking can be a wonderful place to start. Even short walks can add movement to your day. If you have mobility limitations, talk with your healthcare professional about safe activities for you. Number 2, watch your sodium intake. Read food labels. Be aware of packaged foods. Restaurant meals can also contain a lot of sodium. Number 3, eat more fruits and vegetables. Bananas can be one part of this, but also include leafy greens, berries, apples, oranges, tomatoes, carrots, beans, and other vegetables and fruits that you enjoy. Number 4, choose whole grains more often. Oatmeal, whole grain bread, brown rice, whole grain pasta. These can help create a more balanced diet. Number 5, get enough sleep. Poor sleep can affect many aspects of health. If you snore heavily, wake up gasping, or feel extremely tired during the day, talk with your doctor about whether sleep apnea could be an issue. Number 6, manage stress. Stress is part of life, but chronic stress can affect your overall health. Try walking, deep breathing, spending time outdoors, talking with friends, listening to music, or doing something that gives you a sense of purpose. And finally, number 7, take your medications exactly as prescribed. This is extremely important. Healthy food and exercise are valuable. But if your doctor prescribed blood pressure medication, take it as directed unless your healthcare professional tells you otherwise. Part 13. A simple 7-day banana routine. Let's create a practical routine, not a strict diet. Just an example. Day 1, banana with plain Greek yogurt and a few unsalted walnuts. Day 2, half a banana sliced over oatmeal with cinnamon. Day 3, banana with a small amount of natural peanut butter. Day 4, banana blended into a smoothie with plain yogurt and berries. Avoid turning the smoothie into a sugary drink by adding lots of honey or sweetened syrups. Day 5, sliced banana with whole grain toast and a small amount of nut butter. Day 6, banana and a small handful of unsalted almonds. Day 7, a banana added to oatmeal with berries and chia seeds. Notice something, the banana doesn't have to be the entire meal. It works as part of a balanced eating pattern, and that's really the lesson. Part 14, what not to do. Now let's talk about some common mistakes. Mistake number 1, adding lots of sugar. If your banana is already naturally sweet, you may not need much added sugar. Mistake number 2, using highly processed toppings. Chocolate syrups and sugary sauces can turn a healthy snack into a dessert. Mistake number 3, eating huge portions. Healthy foods still contain calories. Mistake number 4, ignoring kidney disease. If you have been told to limit potassium, follow your medical team's advice. Mistake number 5, thinking bananas replace blood pressure medication. They do not. Mistake number 6, focusing on one food while ignoring the rest of your diet. Your overall eating pattern matters. Part 15. A simple recipe you can try. Here's a simple recipe you can make in just a few minutes. Take 1 small banana, slice it into a bowl, add half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, add a small handful of unsalted walnuts, add a few blueberries, sprinkle cinnamon on top. That's it. No complicated cooking, no added sugar required. You get fruit, you get protein, you get healthy fats, and you have a snack that can keep you satisfied. If you need a larger breakfast, add a small serving of oatmeal. If you need fewer calories, use half a banana. Adjust the portion to your needs. The goal is to create a routine that fits your life. Part 16, when to talk to your doctor. Now let's talk about blood pressure itself. If you've been checking your blood pressure and repeatedly getting readings that concern you, don't rely on dietary changes alone. Talk with your healthcare professional. And if you ever have a severely elevated blood pressure reading accompanied by symptoms such as chest pain, severe shortness of breath, confusion, weakness, or other serious symptoms, seek urgent medical care. Don't wait for a banana to fix the problem. Your health deserves proper attention. Remember, food can support health, but food isn't emergency medicine, and this distinction is incredibly important. Part 17, the real secret is consistency. If you remember only one thing from today's video, remember this. The real power isn't in one banana, it's in the pattern. One healthy choice repeated occasionally won't change everything, but small healthy choices made consistently can add up. Maybe today you replace a salty snack with a banana and a few unsalted nuts. Tomorrow you choose oatmeal instead of a sugary breakfast. The next day you take a 15-minute walk, then you drink water instead of another sugary drink, you get enough sleep, you take your medications, you check your blood pressure when recommended. You stay connected with people you care about. These are the things that build a healthier life, and they don't require perfection. They require consistency. Conclusion. So let's go back to today's question. How should you eat bananas to support healthy blood pressure? The answer isn't a secret recipe. It isn't a magical time of day. And it isn't about eating as many bananas as possible. Instead, think about eating bananas as part of a balanced, heart-conscious diet. Pair your banana with healthy foods like plain yogurt, oatmeal, unsalted nuts, or natural nut butter. Be mindful of added sugar. Pay attention to sodium in the rest of your diet. Choose whole foods more often. Stay physically active. And if you have kidney disease or take medications that affect potassium, speak with your healthcare professional before intentionally increasing your potassium intake. Most importantly, don't look for one food to do all the work. Your health is built from hundreds of small decisions, and every day gives you another opportunity to make a better one. Maybe that starts tomorrow morning. Maybe instead of grabbing a sugary pastry, you make a bowl of oatmeal with banana and walnuts. Maybe you take a short walk afterward. Maybe you check your blood pressure as your doctor recommended. These may seem like small actions, but small actions become habits, and habits become your lifestyle. Final engagement. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It helps us continue creating simple, practical health information for older adults. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos about healthy aging, nutrition, mobility, heart health, and living well after 60. I also want to hear from you. How do you usually eat bananas? Do you eat them plain? Do you add them to oatmeal? Do you eat them with yogurt? Or do you have another favorite combination? Tell me in the comments below. Your answer may give another viewer a new healthy idea to try. And remember, you don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one small habit, then build from there. Take care of your heart, take care of your body, and most importantly, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.